Yeah, black family power. Black man power, black woman power, black child power. It's KingLeonX, the human liberator, UBVOA. This is, oh, that's good, bro. This is episode 60. Episode 60. We in week 12, family, of Take Charge of Your Life. Okay, I see these live viewers coming in. We in episode 60, family. Episode 60. Alright. I had to show y'all some consistency first before I start dropping these programs. I start dropping these strategies and these financial solutions so you could pay yourself for self-mastery. You could pay yourself to your journey to self-enlightenment. You feel me? And personal discovery. Alright. Yo, what's up, Ebony? I see you down there. You all the way in the UK tuning in faithfully. So anyway, yeah, this is my midday self-mastery motivation series. So if this is your first time tuning in, how you properly respond to something that resonates with you, that I say, is make the choice, right? The hashtag for this series is make the choice. Because we don't have to take charge of our life. We chose to. We choose to. We get to. You feel me? If you don't take charge of your life, someone else will do it. Someone else has already planned it out for you. I promise they have. I promise your mimetic faculties work. Since you was born, you've been mimicking the adults in your life. You've been mimicking what you've seen on TV. You've been mimicking a lot. We all have. All right. But it's got to get to a certain point in time where we decide, all right, are the people that we're mimicking, do they know where they're going? Do they actually know what they're doing? And who is it really up to anyway for us to discover and to determine the plan of our life? It's up to us. And so for those types of people, this is why we have Take Charge of Your Life. And today I'm going to be out of 7 strategies of wealth and happiness. I'm on the road with a couple of my kings. We out VA. Hey, you want? Today we gonna talk about capturing the treasures of knowledge and gaining wisdom. You got anything for them, real quick? Gaining wisdom.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to have it. You on your live jump?
Yeah, I'm on my.
Oh man, they just crazy with these phones.
Okay. Hey. All right. So yeah. So we around. Anyway, we're in the middle of making moves. I don't have my handy dandy notebook that I normally teach you guys out of, but I guess what? I do have a book to go from. Because I always have a book on me because that's what I do is read in my spare time. So we talking about the capturing the treasures of knowledge, all right, and how to gain wisdom. If y'all are unfamiliar with the Leaders or Readers Challenge or Read Out Loud Challenge, you pick up a book, you record yourself reading live, challenge your timeline to do the same. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of that, and then we're gonna be discussing the points for this power talk this afternoon, this morning, wherever you at. Here is another fundamental word for you to ponder. Capture. Great ideas pass often, quickly, and are easily forgotten. As can be true of those moments that make life worth living. So just off the first sentence off top, think about how many moments that you have, that's some of your favorite moments that you ever felt, but they're only memories. Think about how much better that moment would be if you had a video to bring you back to that emotional state. Think about how much that moment would be better if you had a picture of that time. If you captured photos or still images, right? Think about how much better it would to be thinking about that emotion if you could capture your actual written word and your written documentation of how you thought and felt and how you personally describe these things. You see? So that's why it's so important. The documentation that I do on my social medias is more so for me than to the people who are my reflections that receive what I say and actually do something with. I really don't expect any of y'all to do anything because y'all are in control of your own life. You feel me? And y'all can't get me to do anything. So ultimately, if you receive what I say, then the only thing that you should be inspired to do is to take charge of your own life and choose the direction that you want. Even if that direction is completely opposite of me. Even if that direction is to be my opposition. Even if you are my divine opposition. I need you to take charge of your destiny, you know, because that's what's gonna make life more fulfilling. Alright, and so the first point in capturing moments, think about how great ideas and great moments are easily forgotten. First, learn to capture the special moments. Use a camera. Take lots of pictures. Being able to capture an event is a fraction of a second. Being able to capture an event in a fraction of a second is a 21st century phenomenon. How easy is it to take that phenomenon for granted? We have cameras in our pockets. We have recording devices in our pockets. How oftentimes are we in priceless moments and conversations with people who we might never even speak to again? How often are we getting guidance and wisdom and information from elders and from people who are providing us with just unapologetic, just truth and wisdom of the ages, and we're receiving it? We don't snap a picture. We don't make a video. We don't press the record on voice memos. Some people don't. Most people don't. Right? I do. Because we have to understand that you have to understand, you got to be able to project out into the future. You got to understand the purpose of it. It's like, wouldn't it be wonderful if we had enough pictures to tell the whole story of life was like 100 years ago? You feel me? Wouldn't it be dope if we literally had enough pictures? Like, you feel me? If we had pictures or still videos, still camera videos, and people who was actually slaves and was like, listen, this is some bullshit. You feel me? I don't know if y'all ever gonna see it, because if they figure out I know how to make videos, then they're gonna kill me. But oh my gosh. But this is in the state where I'm in. I'm in Virginia. This is where goddamn, the first colony. Every tree that I'm passing, every piece of land that I'm passing is liable to got blood, ancestral blood on it. You feel me? We in Fredericksburg. Hey, y'all see the movie Roots? Hey, Roots was Spotsylvania County, 5 minutes away. It's a whole bunch of slave memorials over here. Matter of fact, it's some buildings built over a old burial ground. It's a whole corporate building structure that they was laying the foundation, and they ended up figuring out that it was over like a couple hundred or a couple thousand bodies, bones from our ancestors, right? Black prisoners of war, right? And they just said, no worries, just cement that shit up, build on top of it. You see? This is, every tree that I'm driving past is liable to have ancestral blood on it, and I recognize it. And we're talking about capturing the treasures of knowledge, and we're talking about documentation. It's so important to document. What you huh?
I said, we not getting strapped out here. We building out here.
Right, we building.
We building out here. We alright out here. We definitely making our way.
Right.
Man, our plan is to own. We gonna own. That's our plan.
Right. Ownership.
They're gonna let us have it, so we're gonna take it.
Right. Right. Exactly. Period. Alright. So, listen, and from that's exactly, and we participate in the building process. And what's the main thing that I'm focusing on building and inspiring people to build right now is relationships. We will build our nation. Our nation is only as strong as our relationships. And when I say our nation, I'm not talking about America 3Ks. You feel me? I'm talking about the nation that we building from scratch, that we intend to declare ourselves independent from. You see? Here, can you turn it down just a little bit? Yeah. Turn that down. Yeah, you got to turn it down. Down. Okay, just a little bit. It was at 11. At first, this is my take charge of your life, my G. Like, people is really tuned in at their lunch break and hour to get some constructive value. So we can't be lackadaisical. That's so funny. Don't be lackadaisical. That's what the next word in the sentence said. Make sure that you leave behind your whole story through a treasury of photographs and videos. Another way to capture knowledge is in your own personal library. I don't mean the books that your interior designer brought because they match with the decor. I mean those books that you dog-earned and well-marked. The ones you choose to study and underline. The books with notes written in all the margins. The books that help shape your philosophy and life's values. That is truly a treasure worth capturing, right? Think about this. If you're gonna leave your child, right? Because I know my man Links. Biblical literature is the Bible we reference a lot. You feel me? For philosophy, for guidance, for assistance, for a reference point from what is and what isn't, from what's truth and what's trickery. Bible is the first book that they gave us for our to discern from our spiritual foundation and beliefs. And we got the power. You feel me? We know how to interpret any doctrine and pull the necessary power out of it for us to be living the resurrection. You see, and the only way that we're even able to tap into those treasure of ideas from the rivers of centuries, it's because someone had the nerve to document it. Someone had the nerve to document it. Someone had the nerve to capture the treasures of their personal discoveries. Someone had the nerve. All right, someone had the nerve to say, you know what? I don't think I'm the first person to think this. And just to make sure, I'm going to go ahead and write it. Because this just feels like, I just feel this too much. So I'm going to just write it. I'm going to just capture it. I'm going to just speak it. Right? And then somebody who doesn't even know me years and years and years and years and years and years later, decades later, centuries later, millenniums later, is going to hear it and read it and be like, damn, that was some real shit. To be like, damn, this life thing must keep happening over and over and over again, because goddamn, if this was 10,000 years ago and you just said some relatable shit that I could be like, damn, if I say that today, if someone doesn't know that it's from 10,000 years ago, they'd be like, damn, he's smart. I'd be like, no, damn, all I did was listen to somebody from, all I did was just study wealth or strategies for wealth and happiness from other people who've already had prominent, valuable, fulfilling lives. I don't know what this life shit is about. I just want it to be fulfilling. I want it to be fulfilling. I want some super black shit. Everything that white people have, I want to build it that's black, so they can see what harmony look like. Everything that any other group has, as far as the material luxuries of the world, I'm going to build that shit from scratch with black people, black children, and black women are just going to be sitting there and just loving their own beauty and melanin and telling us what to do, because we need them really to guide and assist us and really provide like the direction for us. So we just going to do some super black shit. Like, white people don't want me teaching their children, because if I teach their children, then they're gonna be intellectually inferior to our children, even though that's kind of what already happened is. But it's like, listen, I'm not here to talk about inferiority and superiority at the state of our condition. I can't say anything about black superiority if I'm going out and looking at the collective, you see. But I'm not judging things by how it's seen. Or how it's visible, how I'm looking at it, because we always say, remember, we have two eyes to look and one to see. So the nation that I see of black people with my eyes closed gives me hope for future achievement. It maintains my peace of mind. It gives me positive mental attitude. It continues to make me focus on the harmony in my relationships. It's got me involved in a labor of love. It's got me focused on complete self-discipline. Okay, it's gaining me the wisdom to understand people. Okay, and a whole bunch of other great beautiful, fulfilling, abundant parts of life. And that's because I submitted to the process. I've surrendered to the will of my greatest version. What some people with this, with 21st, with our generation or this paradigm, would call, you feel me, the Christ oversoul. I've surrendered to the will of Christ and the return of Christ, being black men and black women restoring their righteous Christ-like nature, mentality, and I intend to continue to be a pioneer in that area. All right, because we have the power, and pretty soon I'm gonna be living a life of you feel me, sobriety, and I'm not even gonna be needing this weed anymore. You feel me? Like pretty soon, right? I'm gonna put myself in a position, in a condition around just black women and children, where it's just like, damn, that's all I see, that's all I think about, and like we're just focused on loving each other, and yeah, let's get these but I'm in the midst of Babylon right now, and at any given moment, you feel me, somebody could push the button and it go crazy, and it could just all erupt. All right, so for the sake of my future unborn children, you feel me, for the sake of my men, my partners I be chilling with, you feel me, for the sake of all of us, we intend to engage in chemically altering substances like marijuana, THC, because for me, at least, it puts me in a place where I could be like, okay, you know what? I can only focus on myself. Okay, just focus on yourself. Pick up a book. It's not that big of a deal. This too shall pass. Okay, like the sun's still gonna come up. Like you could breathe. You can breathe, brother. You can breathe. I encourage you to take a serious look at the study of wealth and happiness. You feel me? The study of wealth and happiness. Oh yeah. Okay. See, I wasn't gonna say it. Miss Brown came in my comments, said if it wasn't for this weed. So that's because she listened to my album, KingLeonX, Freedom of Speech, and track 13 is called New Nat Turner. And I start the second verse like, if it wasn't for this weed, I go on a killing spree. Hanging white people in trees, no evidence for the police. I wasn't going to say that, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. You feel me? And that's why I got to document every day, no matter what. At noon, if I'm available, I'm going to go ahead and record. I'm going to go ahead and record and let y'all know that I'm still focused on self-mastery. I'm still focused on taking charge of my life. I'm still focused on trying to become a better person. Even in the midst of all this shit. Because, goddamn, I'm telling you. I want you to capture all the knowledge you can. I want you to capture all the knowledge you can gain as you live. I encourage you, as a serious student of wealth and happiness, to make use of a journal or a diary as a gathering place for all the ideas that come your way. I want you to gradually emerge into this incredible treasure. Business ideas, social ideas, cultural ideas, investment ideas, lifestyle ideas. Can you imagine the value in this? Certainly. This kind of treasure is more valuable to your heirs than your old clock. Damn. Yeah, so because it's like this. Watch this, fam. I wasn't born with no books. Hey, these are the books that you need to read, young man. So you can understand manhood, that you can understand philosophy, so you can understand integrity, so you can understand perseverance, so you can understand brotherhood, so you can understand nationhood, so you can understand sisterhood. Ain't nobody tell me none of that shit. They say, here's the Bible. What's the Bible say? They boil down the Bible to, hey, don't worry about the Old Testament. They say, listen, this is what they boil down the Bible to. Hey, Adam and Eve, boom, Eve ate the apple, we're all born in sin. Moses came with the 10 commandments. Boom. Jesus came, said, hey, they say that Jesus said we don't have to live by the 10 commandments anymore. And his sin covers all because we can't live righteous. Who the fuck says that? White people they're the only ones born in sin, first off. All right. White people are the only one born in sin, first off. Okay. Think about your ancestral lineage and what they did and what could have been done to be born of sin. First off. Okay. So stop thinking that you're just subject to all this damn abuse. First off, you can't even take charge of your life because you think that you're supposed to just be being abused. You think you're supposed to just be hurt and tortured all the time. Like, what the fuck type of shit is that? Excuse me. I'm sorry. I know what type of stuff it is. Sorry, family. I love y'all. If I say something that resonates with you, make the choice. Because this is what we do. We choose. Like, I don't really care. People be trying to act like they know what's going on. People don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm sorry. And you people have to be all right. See, I'm all over the place. Let me finish this Bible concept and then really give y'all some real. They do Adam and Eve, and then they do 10 commandments, and then they come and say Jesus died for all of that shit, right? But check this. Jesus never if we're all born in sin because what Adam and Eve did, then why Jesus never mentioned Adam and Eve nor their transgressions? Okay, listen. Read it. Jesus never mentioned Adam and Eve nor their transgressions, nor did they ever mention Moses either. Nor did he ever mention Moses. So where did we get that from? We got that from Paul. And Paul's the one who said, hey, confess with your mouth, believe in the heart, Lord Jesus died on the cross for your sins, then you're saved. In Romans 10:9. And also in Romans, he said all these things to deceive you. He called himself a liar in his own literature. But anyway, this is not a verse, or this is not a take charge of your life video to get you to, this is not some spiritual belief, conspiracy, blah, blah, blah. Most people don't read anyway. I tried to be approved. It says study to show yourself approved. I start studying this shit, and I'm like, oh, I get it. Oh, I start studying. I realized, I was like, oh, I could keep studying this thing. I could keep studying this. This is cool. The breakdown's cool. It's just their plan. It's just their growth and their evolution from a serpent to a goddamn fire-breathing dragon. You see? You feel me? But I'm about to so when I say take charge of your life, family, I just really wish you would. Like, I really wish you would just like realize that you got the power. Like, because people be trying to tell me what to do all the time, but their life's not that fulfilling to them. Not even to me. It's like, how you gonna tell me what to do and you don't even live a fulfilled life? That is crazy. That is so funny. How can someone who lives an unfulfilled life try to tell someone who actually lives a fulfilled life how to live? You can only tell me what not to do. But that is funny. Like, that's funny. And I love you. You're fighting a hard battle. I am too. You feel me? This is why I do take charge of your lives. Because people always in my inbox, and I cannot respond to all thousands of y'all. And every time I respond to 100 messages, then there's 100 responses. And it's like, damn. You know how long it took me to respond to these 100 messages? A whole half a year. Right? Now I got thousands and thousands. And so I'm like, yo, I cannot keep expecting myself to be responding back to all these people. Why would I do that? I'm gonna just give them this midday power. They can at least count on that. So no matter how influential and big and powerful I think that I am, I know that I'm never gonna be able to stop the wind. So anybody who thinks I'm all egotistical and blah blah blah, so vain and all that, I can't stop the wind, my nigga. So relax. Don't worry. I'm not here to go ahead and stop the earth from spinning on its axis. Okay? Like, I'm not here to stop winter coming from after fall. You feel me? But the elements that's within my control, guarantee I'm gonna control and manipulate them shit for my own benefit, period. For my own benefit. For my own benefit. And guess whose benefit that includes now? The black woman and child. That includes the black woman and child. For their benefit do I live. You see? It wasn't always like that. You feel me? But trust and believe, family. Trust and believe. This is what we do out here. This is KingLeonX, UBVOA. My partner's like, we pulled up somewhere. I'm 25, man. I just really love y'all. I really love y'all. I love black people and shit. I really want people to take charge of their own life, because when they do that, it just feels better. It's just like you just live more fulfilled. And come on. Come on. Fulfillment, like you just gotta, like you get to set goals, achieve goals, have ideas, turn into physical things, do it anytime you want. Man, no life like it. Anyway, I'm about to find my partners. This was Take Charge of Your Life, episode 60. Episode 60. You feel me? No big deal. No big deal. Just 60 episodes. And majority, if this is your first time tuning in, majority of all the episodes, I'm just sitting, literally, I'm sitting 100% focused on what I have to say to you. But I use the flexibility of a live broadcast to go ahead and just capture wherever I'm at with it. You feel me? I didn't take charge of your life in like goddamn 6 or 7 different states. You feel me? In over like 14, 15 cities. You feel me? It's cool. It's cool. You feel me? Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to document the transition. Someone's got to do it. I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to be at. I'm all walking in people's shit. Oh, all right. There you go. Yo. All right. So we out, fam. It's KingLeonX. Check out my website, KingLeonX.com. Oh, shit. Gotta pay attention to the trees.